While the hosts and guests are encouraged to express their views, they don't necessarily reflect those of the management of Portland Sports Network, but they likely do.
Welcome, Panther Nation, to another episode of Off the Rails Sports Saturday here on the Portland Sports Network. I'm your host, Coach Miguel Amadeus, along with Coach John Thayer, and your voice of Panther basketball and baseball, Kyle Eaton.
And soccer.
And soccer.
Yes,
Well,
he's our soccer
we
guy.
got the soccer game to go to. We missed it last year.
Yeah, it rained out on you.
But we got girls soccer this year, so we got to find a date for that. But anyway, good morning, guys. How y'all doing today? Thought of y'all. Yeah.
Y'all, you go y'all first.
Uh,
You can be the first y'all.
Well, I'm good.
Rested,
Rested.
not dealing with us all night long.
Sounded and looked good last night. The game had all the hot lines checked off, and the weather seems to be a little bit calmer today. Of course, by the time we leave out here, that may all have changed. So
It got humid real quick.
yeah, it may do.
Got that
again
rain the other
today.
day, and all of a sudden later that afternoon it got humid.
But other than that, been a good week.
Coach, how about you?
I'm doing good. The guys played a good football game last night. I feel like I'm dumping on my middle school kids a little bit because they're over at the high school baseball field working with the high school team on getting the field in shape. So
They gotta
you
learn.
know,
They gotta
it's-
learn. They gotta
it's
learn.
kind of tough to be in here, a little air conditioning going on while they're over there
Oh, it's tough.
working and getting dirty and everything. But you know, you got to pay your dues, and that's what they're doing now. Luckily, Coach Tater was over there, kind of orchestrating them to keep them in line and just to make sure they don't give all the dirty jobs to the middle school kids. I know how high school kids can be. I told Tater, I said, absolutely don't let us get dumped on. We need to do the light jobs. They're middle school kids. But other than that, I'm doing great. Before we get started, I want to shout out to Donna Sadler because we knew the White House didn't have their press box anymore over on that side, and there was no way in all get out. I almost said my first bad word ever on the radio, Hell, but I didn't.
I think I did
but
that
I
the
was
other day.
going to sit in their press box. There was no way. I'm sitting on White House, period, no
Oh.
matter what.
Well, I
So-
always thought that it had a bigger press box. Looking last night, I was like, it was
But
kind of like ours.
I wouldn't sit in it no matter what. That's where I'm going to draw the line. But anyway, being that the old press box, which was a dump, but at least it was a place to get up off the field, was not there anymore. I asked Donna, can we use your wagon? I was thinking a tobacco wagon, a hay wagon,
Yeah.
just anything to kind of get up. Well, she comes up and gets ho Josh Martin with Martin Lawn Care, and man, we're in a pretty nice little trailer thing going on. He even cleaned it up, I believe. So that was pretty cool. But shout out to her for sure because she turned having a hay wagon into having a really nice ride. So it was kind of cool. Kind of stopped him at the gate, wasn't going to let him in real quick, so I had to intervene on that one. But anyway, it was all cool. But thank her and thank him both for making that happen because it was a nice place. It wasn't a great angle, but it was a lot better than what we were going to be stuck with. So thank you to both of you guys.
Today, guys, we have senior football players Will Cottle, Alex Niswanger, and Liam Lentz with us today. We'll talk about the game last night, a big win versus White House, first win of the season for them. I want to go real quick. Well, I'll tell you, we'll do that after they get done. We'll get them in here and get them out within an hour. So they've already been here for, an hour? A little over an hour for pitchers. So you've already been out there for pitchers in the sun. And so we'll get you in and get you out. But congratulations, guys, on last night's win. A little bit, what we'll do is introduce y'all so everybody can get a voice with the name. So your name, year, what number you are, what position you play, and we'll go from Will down that way, and then we can start into
Pull the
questions.
mic a little closer for you guys too. I'll make sure we hear you. There you go.
Will Cottle,
Say that one more time.
Will Cottle, class of 2027, number 11, play quarterback and defensive end.
Alex Niswanger, number 32. I play running back.
Liam Lentz, class of 2027, number 1. I play split end and linebacker.
So, guys, how y'all feeling this morning? Are you sore? Was it a physical game last night?
100%.
So, the one thing that I had in question a little bit last night was y'all haven't played a full game, hadn't got to go through a full 4 quarters, and I know y'all have practice and y'all dealt with the heat and everything, but it's different come game time. You're really putting everything forth on every play, and I was really happy to see y'all only go down there at the end with a couple cramps here and there. I think we had one injury with Harper with his ankle. He got rolled up on there. So hopefully it's good news once he gets checked out. But how did y'all go throughout the week to hydrate yourself and to get ready for this game?
Well, I was like the only one that did cramp, so I didn't hydrate too well. But I mean, I think we put together a pretty solid week of practice, you know. So
So what do you do? Let's talk about your hydration, because that's critical, and it's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're age. So give me your each one of you one at a time, your hydration routine during the week.
a lot of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar.
A lot of what?
Mountain Dew.
Zero Sugar.
Oh my
Zero
God! Is there
sugar.
not a lot of
Uh-huh.
caffeine in those?
No, there is.
Does caffeine not cancel out hydration? and
It
stuff?
does.
All right, so I've been lobbying
You're
for
just
you
being
since,
honest.
Yeah.
yeah, but I've been lobbying for you since Westmoreland last year
Uh-huh.
at the QB spot, because when you remember that game we played them, believe it, I was really impressed with you. I mean, you could tell you were a little nervous at
Yeah.
times, but the way you approached it, I mean, from the outside looking in, I thought this is the kid that ought to be the quarterback, just because the way you carried yourself. And the team normally, the way the quarterback gets up the line of scrimmage and handles that stuff, everybody feeds into that. If you got a quarterback up there that's kind of lackadaisical, not that you were lackadaisical, I'm just talking about kind of, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
kind of squirrely, all that kind of stuff. That squirreliness and all that, it kind of feeds into everyone. And even though you were the backup quarterback and all that stuff, I liked you a lot. I never seen you in practice. I didn't know any of your work habits or anything, but from the outside looking in, the way you handled it, I just thought that kid looks like a quarterback. So last night you proved me right. So I appreciate that. You got 9 more games to keep proving me right. But you looked really good last night. But back to hydration, you got to do more than just
Yeah.
high
for sure.
caffeine drinks, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna cut down on a lot of those this week.
So was it just a true cramp, or did somebody like step on your cap, or
No, just a true
yeah,
cramp.
true cramp?
Both of us calves.
Yeah, both.
So what do you do to hydrate?
I don't really drink anything during the school day. The only time I drink is at practice. So I just don't drink enough.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We get in trouble at practice if we don't drink all the water.
So what do you drink at practice? What do they give you to drink?
Just water, and then sometimes the managers will put those zero sugar Gatorade packs.
So you don't carry your gallon containers around with you at school?
I used to. During the summer, I drink a gallon a day.
I mean, it's tough. Don't get me wrong. I try to stay hydrated. I just, I don't drink. I drink my coffee, and I'm at 11 o'clock. I'm done with that finally, and so I'm way behind to start with. But you guys, it's more important for you to stay hydrated than it's me. So just work on it, guys, because you're not a real deep team, right? So what do you do to stay hydrated
I mean, I drink a lot of water and a lot
during the
of,
school day?
He's laughing. So
I mean, I drink a lot of water before football, like at 1, because I'm not hydrated during the day, and I get like, I need some water.
Are you allowed to carry a gallon of water with you in
You are,
class
yeah.
and stuff? Won't you guys just start making it a cool thing? You guys are the cool cats on the team. Make it just do it, dudes. Because we're depending on you. You look good last night. We got a good group. We're just thin. We're not real deep because of our age. So you're going to get a lot of time, as you well know now. And hydration it's going to be key. It's absolutely going to be key, one way or the other. Sorry, I'm not picking on you.
It sounds like it.
So, in y'all's opinion, what was the toughest part of the game last night for you, Will? And going back and looking at it, is it when you was up 14 or 13-0, whatever it was, and all of a sudden you lose the lead? Was it there, or was it at the end when you're trying to hold on to the lead? What was, in your opinion, for you, what was one of the toughest things?
I think it's just how we went up 13-0 so quickly, and we were playing so good, and then we just had 2 turnovers back to back. That really, we gave them the ball at their in scoring range, and then they came down and scored. So it's just we really just, if we minimize those mistakes, then we're gonna be very good. But we just shot ourselves in the foot last
Had a
night.
couple procedures in that.
Yeah,
Didn't one
Well,
little strand there. He had
mhm.
3
yeah,
plus the
a
2
lot of
turnovers
flags.
right in
Yeah.
that little pocket of time.
Yeah, it was just our own mistakes.
Alex, what about you? What was the tough part of the game last night for you?
Probably the first couple plays, they were trying to get me outside. The outside wasn't there. Kind of ruined it. But then I started blocking good, ran to the left a lot. And then obviously us losing our lead, everyone kind of put their heads down, but then they all realized the game wasn't over and we pulled out with the win.
What you got to remember too is you're a certified home run hitter. So teams aren't going to let you hit a home run. So you just need to be patient. You're going to get your home runs.
Liam, what about you? What was your spot last night that you figured it was tough?
Honestly, coming off of Will, the 2 turnovers, I think it just brought down the energy a lot, especially when they got in the lead. It kind of brought down our energy, but then during halftime, we kind of brought it back up, and they came back.
Oh, that's the next question I was going to ask. Who got the energy back? Was it a player, or was it a coach, or was it just a combination of everything?
Maybe
Coach-
coach.
Coach Cat.
100%.
Coach Cat at
Mhm.
halftime?
He went in there and started yelling at RJ,
Yeah,
and that brought everything up.
it was one of his good speeches.
That's good. You got to have somebody like that on the team. So tell everybody, we know it was chippy last night right off the bat. Commend y'all for keeping y'all's composure and everything and staying within the frame of the game and not getting fouls like what they did, flags and everything. But how chippy was it? What was being said out there? We know things are being said out there. And then what was the referees? I got one question, but I'll let y'all answer that and everything. So how chippy was it for y'all out there?
It was pretty bad. It was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
They don't like getting blocked, I'll tell you that. They don't.
They did a lot of late hits. It's what blew my mind was the play was over and they still come in and
Yeah.
hitting people in the back. I know Lane on the long run they had. I think it was on the screen, the middle screen. He was in the middle of the field and the running back was over on White House's sidelines, about 15 yards ahead of Lane, and he gets just ran into in the back of his legs and everything. And they didn't call it. I know you miss a lot, but.
But
Just
think
stuff
how
like
stupid
that.
is though, because we started out in bad area. The first
Yeah,
game,
within the
10-yard
10-yard line.
right?
Yeah.
And then first play of the game, they want to pick something. It was you
Yeah,
that
it was
picked up and
Alex.
threw you down. I mean, it was stupid, and that just gave you 15 more yards.
I think
Just that kind of stupidity can cost your team. It was dumber than crap for them to even do it.
they think it will get them hype up when it really just gets us hype because we get 15 yards for a play that we really got.
Right, you got no
Yeah.
negative
Yeah.
yardage, and you got
Yeah.
15.
I guarantee their coach encouraged it too.
Yeah.
But that's bad coaching.
Yeah.
Flat out,
He
that's
was-
just bad coaching.
He was a sore
He mouthing
loser.
too?
He's a sore loser.
He didn't shake Coach Bree's hand.
Did he not?
He was
Wow.
lost. He was sorry.
But-
That is right there. I mean, no matter how big the rivalry is, this just really got into them two with being new head coaches. You know, Pond was the new head coach last year, so Dupree's this year. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
only-
like you got
he's only
15
two to
years.
Portland, let me
You
just
don't
tell
got 15 years of going against each other type of rivalry there. So there's no reason for not to shake hands. I mean, you can just put your hand out. Don't have to squeeze anything. You can still sit there.
After that coach being sorry, Coach Spree walked on our sideline and started picking up trash.
Well, that's the way he does. I've watched him. We come over here to do a show, and was it 2 weeks ago or last week what it was, and after the jamboree, and he was out here with a 5-gallon bucket picking up trash around the stadium. So, and like I've watched him and I've heard him sit there and tell people, "You have them clean this and this and this. I've got the bathrooms." So that tells you the character that you got with Coach Dupree there.
And hopefully you don't take advantage of him cleaning the bathroom. Like if you make a mess, like we all do, right? Sometimes look back and clean it. And don't leave it for just in life. I know you're in high school, you're learning. That's kind of critical, especially a man who does it for you. That he could put you in there easily to clean. So if he's doing that, respect him enough that when you're done all this, and you look back and go, Taco Bell kind of got me. Go back and clean it.
Oh my
all right?
goodness!
Just be respectful of people who are respectful of you.
I will go back on your question. I think RJ had our only personal foul, and that was at the end of the game.
At the end of the game,
Yeah.
so that was back there. Was he
No,
was he
we had
holding?
two. We had two
Who's
personal
first?
fouls. I think it was.
They had a personal foul on a kickoff in your kickoff, wasn't it? That's the one
No,
play
that
I
was
want to
the-
talk about.
That
One
was
was an
Camden.
offside.
That
Camden
was a
on
block. That so no, they had an offsides, and then we had a block in the back, so it just equaled out into a re-kick.
Not for
So-
you then.
Yeah.
You was gassed.
It's a nice run, dude.
So go back. Okay, let's go positive, negative. What's the one play in your mind from last night, Will, that just stands out that you're like, wow?
Honestly, if I had to say one, I would take that last touchdown we had because we're up 7, we're driving the ball, they're expecting run because we're just trying to milk the clock,
Yeah,
chew it down, and then we come out throw the ball, and it's a touchdown, and go up 2 scores. If you go up 2 scores at any time in the ball game,
Yeah.
you feel pretty good. So I think that everyone was just so hyped, so just like we got this, and then I don't know what was it like 4 minutes left in the game.
yeah, I think right there.
And so going up 2 scores with that, we trust our defense enough. And they did end up scoring, but it was a minute 30 left.
Yeah,
So
you didn't make it easy for them.
yeah, I think we just that play kind of put the game away.
Alex, for you, what's the one play that kind of stood out?
Hunter Harper's our first touchdown. He ran that ball perfectly, cut up the field, split him right down the middle, and he was gone. There wasn't no stopping it.
Liam?
I think it was probably the last touchdown we had. I liked it because it shut down White House. They were like, that's it.
They had a little bit
Lost
momentum going.
Yeah.
Y'all got the ball and drove, and then he was able to sit there and put it in there.
One huge play was the one that you actually kept the ball. It was 3rd or 4th and
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
And you faked it and you took off around. I mean, why they would think you wouldn't gonna run it was wild. But I just that to me just kind of really set a tone too.
When you got your cramps and you went down,
Mhm.
you're so big out there. I thought you was a lineman out there. Well, I actually thought it was Kyron. I was trying to find people on the sidelines. I said that might be Kyron. You stood up, and I was like, oh, no, that's our quarterback. That was quarterback sneak. It looked like y'all. How far did you have to go? From us, it was showing 4th and 1.
Yeah, the
We
one
got
we
it.
did.
Yeah, no, we
And when you went forward, I'm like, you're a big guy. RJ's
got
a
it.
big guy.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I don't know what running back. It might have been Turner. He was pushing on you.
yeah,
There's no way you didn't get a yard.
So-
Y'all could have fell forward and got a yard.
yeah.
Everything.
What what happened is that when I went to the ground, I started cramping, so I wasn't trying to hold on to the ball because I'm cramping. So the White House dude, he took it and he's like, I got it. I legit sat there and I said, no, you don't. But I'm cramping. But he taken the ball, moved it back like a yard. So then the
Okay.
ref came in, saw the ball there, spotted it there.
Okay.
You got to be kidding me. That's really the. We were announcing it. We were like freaking out. Like there was no way he didn't get a first down.
Yeah.
It was bizarre, and we couldn't see because it was on the other side of the field.
Yeah,
but-
when I finally got up, I saw defense coming out. I'm like, what the heck just happened?
So let's flip it. What's the one play that you don't really want to talk about or look again or watch again and everything type of thing, or a bad play in your mind, whether it be you or somebody else or for them or whatever.
Probably whenever they got the lead because they came out of half, got ball first, and came down and scored. That's a big momentum shift, whether it's us, the other team, whatever.
Right.
So just coming out and scoring, it was kind of like oh crap, we actually got to do our best.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like there's we couldn't psych off anymore. So I think that kind of was like a shoot play that we had.
Alex, what about you?
It was the last touchdown that they had, just because if they wouldn't have scored on that 3rd down, coach was going to put me in at DN to go rush the quarterback. And then they scored off a tip.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was.
That was late in the game.
Did you have a move? Everybody had a move? Did you play
Yeah, I
a move?
was going to go fast.
Just gonna go speed.
That was your move. I like that.
Get them wide 9 and go.
Yep.
You didn't go ask Will what kind of move you need to make.
No.
Liam, what about you? What's
Uh,
the play that you kind of looked at and went, oh no?
The second fumble was a lot. That brought our energy down. I feel like that brought our energy down. I think energy is like our main thing of our team.
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot with us. Is that if we have more energy than just mad and everything, then we can drive way more than people think.
That makes a big difference. I know one play late in the game that was huge is remember when you got stopped them about a yard short they thought they scored or they acted like they did.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they ended up scoring, man, another minute or so went off the clock on
Yeah.
you stopping them on down. That was huge because if they'd have scored there, there would have been 2+ minutes left for an onside kick possible
Well,
recovery.
they didn't start the clock. They stopped it. Up there in the box, they stopped the clock. It
Well,
was supposed to be running.
yeah, well, sometimes people
On that down there, that should have been running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the refs,
they stopped it for the first down, and they should have wound it.
the refs blew the whistle to run the clock, and they didn't.
Yeah. And then down there at the end, now at the end with about 11 seconds to go, they kept the clock running, and then they finally put another 25 back on, or put it back another 15 on, put it back to 25. Everything that was right there at the end of the game too.
But I
So,
thought that stop was huge for you guys. Even though it was a yard out and they ended up going, that just to me was a big play on your defense.
let's talk about teammates. Who is someone that had a good game in your mind?
I'll just give one. Jordan Turner. He carried the ball the most. Probably had the most rushing yards, and he with our offense, he gets the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So him coming out there getting 3-4 yards. I mean, he didn't break any for 20,
Right.
30, but him just getting 4 or 5 yards every time. It's like that's the thing with the wing tee. If you block it right and run it right, you're gonna get 4 or 5 yards of play. So him just stepping up, that was big for me.
Defensively, who do you think had a good game?
I think DJ had a good game. He started off the game. I think first drive he got that sack.
Yeah.
That brought our energy up, and I feel like he was just in on a lot of plays, and I just think he played pretty good.
Alex, what about you? Offensive and defensive players.
I've got two for offense and defense.
Okay.
First one's definitely Jordan. Like I said, he stayed in the whole entire time, ran the ball, threw up on the field, went to the sideline, threw up, came back in, ran the ball, played defense. RJ, he's a bigger dude, played both sides the whole entire game. He didn't let anyone get to his head. He ran to the ball. He almost had a touchdown. If he would have picked up that fumble, it would have been a touchdown. Yeah. And Reese also had a really good game. He
did,
read
yeah.
those bubbles perfectly. He came in, he killed a kid. Yeah, Reese, he's young. And
Yeah.
He's got really good potential for his senior year.
Liam, what about you?
Offensively, I think Jordan as well. Jordan was driving really good. He always ran the ball really well. And the same thing with them. He threw up every time, and he came right back, ran through the ball. Defensively, I think Donovan did really good that night.
That's who I was gonna say. Yeah.
Donovan did really good that night. He was driving, and he doesn't play much. And his first game, he did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came downhill big time.
Yeah.
A lot. He really did.
I do want to mention one more player, Lawrence Toot.
Yeah.
He stepped in with that Hunter going down with the injury. He stepped in, and I was very impressed with him. We ran the same play about 5 times in a row, straight to him, and he got like 2 first downs. So I think he stepped up into that role because when you have a senior running back go down, it's like, okay, who's stepping up? And
Right.
a junior stepping up in that spot. It was really nice to have him come in.
Not only was it's a junior, you got, even though you only have like 7 or 8 seniors, it's not so much as how many seniors you have. It's the people with the playing experience, and that's what y'all don't have right now. Is
Yeah.
the people that have playing experience, because the seniors from last year played 3 or 4 years. Kyron's one of them that is a 4-year starter, and but with that right there, you're trying to get people with experience in those type of games, and that's what's hard. Even though he is a junior, he is a sophomore type of thing. I really did love how the backups came in and played, and then how some of your starters, Huddleston and Reese, at corners. They're young, but they sat there and they grew up over the summer and over spring, and that looks they looked really good right there. Looking back, is there anything y'all would have changed last night? After, even though you won, is there anything that you might have changed last night that, that you could have said, hey, we had this back, or we could have done this better, it would have been even a bigger score? Is there anything? And it could be nothing, you're happy with how it all went, and, and then go from there.
The fumbles.
Yeah.
The fumbles.
The fumbles.
On the fumbles, what were the fumbles? What was the reason? They just get hit, get stripped, or what? Or
My
was
fumble was was it what was it?
It was a reverse.
It was reverse, and Jordan, he's supposed to lead block for me right, and he went left, and he hit me, and that's why the ball just popped up.
it, yeah,
But I think we would have, because that was our third drive. Was that our third drive?
Yeah.
And we'd already scored twice in a row.
Mhm.
So I think if we would have scored another one, I think that wouldn't have sealed the game, but it would have changed the game.
It would put them down pretty deep mentally.
And Jordan's fumble. He said I talked to him after the game. He said that someone hit his hip, and because his hip's kind of been bothering him all week,
yeah,
and his first reaction was to hold his hip,
yeah.
and then
Kind of like you with the cramps.
Yeah, first reaction, go to that injury. But yeah, Coach Dupree, he told us before the game. He said that there's going to be four plays that determine the game. I think 2 fumbles were one of them, and then we have a touchdown in the kickoff return that got called back. That's the other one. So I think those 3 mainly, I wish we could have back.
Alex, what about you? Anything you could have changed last night that you think might have been different?
My speed, for sure.
Same.
You trying to say you got hawked down on that?
I've never been hawked down once in my life.
I was screaming to go left. Go
Yeah, you
left.
was.
Oh, I heard someone behind me, but I know if you look behind you, you're slowing down.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just kept going. If I would have cut, I should have cut left.
You got to start weaving. That's what you
Yeah.
got to start
That's why I
learning
got
how to do.
tackled. I look
And
back.
you just act like it's part of your celebration. If
Yeah.
you kind of swerve as you're going, like you're, you know what I mean? And no one thinks you're really trying to avoid someone's catching you. You
Yeah.
can do it cool. You're a cool guy. I've seen you play football.
You'll see it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll see it to where he was at. He was gaining on you. He was. I was like, oh my gosh. And so because you hit about the 40-30 and Andy's he's gone. He's gone. And
I thought you
"Uh-oh."
were going too, and then I seen that offer coming after you. Turn left.
Liam, what about you? You got a player that you can sit there and look at and say, man, we could have had something different?
Honestly, not really anything except for fumbles. I think we played really well. It's just we had a little screw ups here and there, but we fixed them real quick.
If you can grade yourself, what kind of grade would you give yourself, Will? And it's okay to sit there and say an A if you think you got an A.
Well, I honestly, I think that would be more like a B plus kind of area
Yeah.
because we had mistakes.
What about you? I'm talking about you personally.
personally?
Yeah.
I would be more B minus C plus. Me coming in, I've been a big defensive guy
Yep.
like all summer, all my whole career, and then only playing really like a half, and I don't think I played that well on defense. So that's definitely lower, but I think my offensive side brings me up a little bit. I think
So you think you had maybe a C minus D on defensive side,
yeah. Like
A
an
on
yeah.
the, so you average
Something
them
like
together,
that.
you're
Yeah.
somewhere around a B minus there.
Yeah.
Alex, what about you? If you could grade yourself,
My running obviously wasn't the best. I'll probably grade that C plus probably. My blocking, I've never blocked that good in my life. I'll easily A plus.
so what made the difference on your blocking in your mind?
White House?
Okay,
I just
you moved your feet the whole time.
Pretend like you got White House 9 more games.
So their main defense player was number 10, obviously. He's a big dude. Me and Kyron double him a lot. But Kyron would let go every once in a while. And if you block that kid,
Yeah.
if you get a hold of him, he should have had, 3 personal fouls on me? Because I blocked him to the sideline, he'd hit me in the face. But usually I went up to coach at halftime, I said, run the ball to my side. I'm blocking my tail off tonight. So run the ball to my side. And when we came out of halftime, we
Y'all
ran
went heavy on with that
with
tackle
two,
over.
with
Yeah.
2, and we ran it 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So it was Jordan, Toot, and then Jordan, and Toot.
Mm-hmm.
And Toot was trying to cut it back up the middle, come on the backside there. So Liam, if you can sit there and grade yourself, what kind of grade did you give yourself?
Defensively, I don't think I did really good that night. I had every time the center or the tackle would come down at me, I'd kind of get pushed around a little bit. Especially the center, number 76, he was big.
75.
Yeah, 75. He
Yeah.
was big.
He big.
Yeah. But kickoff, I think I did really well. I think I came down every time, and I think I got to the ball pretty much every time. There was number 18 came
Yeah.
down at me every time. I'd just get him out of the way, push him off, go straight to the ball.
My question for you guys is this. After a game, are you more concerned about what you did right, or are you more concerned about what you did wrong?
I think in the moment we're all hyped because we just won, so I think we're more like we did this right, this right, this right. But I think when it comes tomorrow, when we watch film, definitely more about, hey, if we get this blocking right, then it's a touchdown. If we do this right, if we do this right, so. In the moment, it's probably more.
Right, you need to-
look at our highs, but once we get down to it, it's not like we got a touchdown. That's cool, but we could have got a touchdown on this play if we did this right. So
That's cool, but you do grade yourselves hard. You want to
Yeah.
know what you did
Yeah,
wrong, and
exactly.
you don't take it
Mhm.
defensively. Like some kids, when you say, "Okay, we won," but they get defensive about that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you guys don't get defensive about the but. Didn't you guys miss on one pass on the left side when you
Yeah.
doing the pattern?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
you're going to look at that and decide why didn't that click? It was close to clicking.
Mhm.
And there was a guy in front getting ready to lay the boom on you. So, but do you guys talk about that later? Look at film and go, we need to adjust this just a little
Yeah.
bit.
We talked
know,
about it
maybe-
in that huddle.
yeah,
Yeah,
Once I
maybe-
came back.
Maybe put a little less air on the ball, but not make it hot.
yeah.
Make it soft.
Uh-huh.
So, because when you're doing this and there's a guy sitting there, it's hard not to notice you're getting ready to get your bell rung.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I went and got the play from Coach West, came back,
And
and
it was so close.
yeah, I was like, hey, my bad, that was a bad ball. And then we talked about today. He was like, I'm kind of happy that it was a bad ball because I would have laid out.
I saw
Yeah.
him coming. I was actually hoping he was gonna lay me out after I did catch it. I was
Yeah.
really expecting. I told him when we got back to the huddle though, if he saw two guys coming down, lob it up in the end zone.
Yeah.
Worst
And then
case
too,
scenario.
you hadn't played quarterback much,
Mhm.
and that's a tough spot to get it between two defenders.
Yeah.
So and it was
Mhm.
really close. So I just didn't know if you guys talked a little bit.
Yeah,
about
It worked
trying
out the
to-
first time though. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was.
They weren't expecting that.
How do you? So let me ask you this: out there on the field, who's leading out there on the field, telling everybody just to calm down? Did anybody get upset where you really had to talk somebody down and everything because of emotions, or was it just everybody's kind of chilled? And who's the one that's out there kind of telling everybody, "Hey, chill, we're good, we got the next play, whatever, whatever."
Colton runs that O line.
Mhm.
So RJ got that personal foul. Colton tore into his butt and then realized that wasn't doing anything. He calmed down. He calms that O line down. He really sets the tone for that O line.
And for defense line, it doesn't happen a lot, but when Kyron starts talking, everyone listens. If Kyron's telling you something, you listen to him. But
Yeah.
he starts talking, and it's like, like, calm down, we're good. We need to do this, we need to do this, and we're all like, we all understand it. And come out. And so it's not. He doesn't say he's not very vocal.
Oh yeah,
But when he is, he's a good leader.
that's good that he's finally opening up like that.
Mhm.
Big game, you got to put it away. Tomorrow, y'all got film. I know coaches will sit there and put it away. And y'all's opinion, guys. Coach Dupree, first year as the head coach here, and not so much as he's been a head coach before, so he's ran programs before. It's just like he said on the coach show the other day. At this level, it's a little bit faster. Everybody's a little bit bigger. Everybody's a little bit stronger and everything, but it's still the same things. Comparing, not so much as coaches, but comparing this year so far to what it's been in the past. Everybody's talking about the cultural change. Everybody's talking about, we had some guys on the show a couple weeks ago. They were all happy with the things that have changed and everything.
Yeah.
What have you seen change-wise? Good or bad? I know you're not going to say nothing bad about coach or anything.
Right.
But good or bad, what are some things that you enjoy that you've seen a change that come through since the new regime has come in?
I think ever since day one, he's just like, he said what he's gonna do and he's done it. Like you don't have any questions behind like, is he actually gonna do this? Is he actually gonna do that? Like, first day he wore a BYO shirt. That just shows how much he like cares about his teams. I mean, he never coached at Portland before, but
Right.
he knows about the rivalry. So him just coming in that first day and just like, we're gonna do this, and everyone's backing him up. He knows what he's doing, and I think everyone's on path with it. No one's really questioning it. So it's nice when you have that kind of leader as a coach.
Alex, what about you?
Last year it was always just like one certain guy that everyone would talk about. Like he won us that game. When we scrimmaged Gallatin, Dr. Woods called me and he was just talking to me and asking like who stood out, and I said no one beat Gallatin. I said Portland beat Gallatin. That was the difference between this year and last year. And then Coach Dupree actually I think it was Thursday in our practice. He said, we're not running anything in that game that we don't run at practice. So these three, every week he makes up 3 trick plays, something that they've never seen before.
Right.
We had the 3, we didn't run them. I don't think we didn't run them. That's just one thing I really like about this year. Last year, we're more of a team. We run our offense, we stick to our offense, and it comes out in a win.
Liam, what about you?
I mean, yeah, last year, bumping off of Alex, it was just one guy. I feel like Coach Brady, he supports everybody, even in the little plays, small, big plays, anything.
Yeah.
He supports everybody. And like when he told us when he first came, he was like, it was my dream to coach this team. You can tell he like really meant that. And you can tell that he's been wanting to coach a team like this for a while.
Did you see a change from Coach Dupree from February until last night? So I talked to a coach this morning, and he said it's like game night happened. Coach Dupree flipped a switch, and he's a totally different coach. More intense, more fire in his eyes, type of thing. Did y'all see that? Did y'all notice that he's been kind of just a coach? But last night, I could see it on the sidelines. I could see him getting into kids I believe it was a kickoff return. He got on to some people on the extra point that we missed. He got on to somebody there. And so that you did not see in the scrimmages. I have not been to practice, so I couldn't tell you how he is in practice and everything, but I'd say he's more calm and everything in practice.
Is he that way in practice, or is he calm in practice?
I would say I've seen him yell one time at practice, and last night seeing him yell. I mean, it is different because he's calm. It's practice. We want to make sure we perfect anything. He's very calm about it. He doesn't he's not gonna run us if we make one bad mess up one play. But last night, if we mess up, he's gonna let us know. And I mean, I like that kind of coach.
Well,
because,
and you can understand that it's hard to be that intense all the time in practice,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
Your practices get your routes down, your block schemes down, and all that. But the good thing about it is you guys reacted to it good because he does that because he cares about you. He's hyped for you, right? His thing is he wants you to win more than he wants him to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and when you do that as a coach, if you're a good coach, you get that locked in mode every now and then when a kid needs it. And the key is the kid's got to accept it as he's trying to make me better. He's not trying to belittle me or run me down on the ground. And you guys reacted the whole night perfectly to all of that.
I think another reason why is because when he came, he had a big knot on his head, and he said that's caused because he was screaming so much. So he tried to turn it down. So I think that also plays a part of it.
But if you scream in practice all the time in the game, you don't hear it.
Yeah.
So if you just save it for those intense moments, that's the thing in baseball. Baseball's a really weird sport because it's kind of really low key, but not during my games. It's not. I want my kids to learn how to be intense in the moment. And I like the way he coaches like that. It's important. And you guys handle it really well, real maturely.
How do you go as seniors and leaders on this team being hyped for White House? That's an easy game to get hyped for. Now, how do you sit there and go, hey, we won that game? We are better than what people might have said or might have thought. How do you get into Liberty Creek week and keep that intensity? And what is your all's thoughts so far on the first home game coming up? How big is the first home game going to be for you?
I think when we scrimmaged Gallatin, we came out and I think we played very good against Gallatin. I think that kind of showed everyone hey, we can be a good football team. And Jamboree, we had some people out. We didn't play a lot, so that no one really took that to heart.
Right.
But then like you said, White House. That's rivalry. Everyone's going to get hyped. But, I mean, there were so many people that doubted us. And now that, we came out and proved them wrong, I think we're just going to I hope we just ride that, momentum and ride everyone's confidence. Because, I mean, I think our confidence right now is through the roof. So, but I don't want to, look at Liberty Creek and be like, okay, well, I don't know if we can beat them. Let's just take this week light. I want everyone, every game, all 10 games. I want us to go into that week knowing that we can beat that team across from us. And I think we can.
Alex, what about you? What's your mindset going into week 2 and first home game?
Treat it like White House. I think if we treat it like White House, we'll do what we did at White House to them.
Liam?
I think we're gonna treat it like a game we're gonna win. We're gonna win this game. We just have to keep that confidence up.
How big is it or how hard was it this week going to school with it being White House? Did y'all have pep rallies and things going on? first home game. It's almost like another White House week, like you said, but it's the first home game. Everybody gets to. Not everybody went to White House last night. Now everybody gets to come home and see y'all come out here on this field. And how big is that to try to get a win there at home, to go 2-0 and everything. But how hard is it going to be to Is it going to be just as hard as White House, or do you think it might be not as intense as White House because it's just Liberty Creek, or what?
I think it will be intense because I think we're gonna bring the intensity like it is White House, like Alex said, and having that home crowd behind us. I think we had a lot of people there last night, but not as much as we're gonna have next week.
Right.
Because there some people might have came to the Jamboree because it was home, and they might have been like, okay, I don't know how Portland's gonna do, so
Right.
they didn't want to go. But after us coming out and beating White House, they might be like, okay, let's go look at this team. So we're gonna have the crowd behind us. So I hope we just feed off that energy that we get from them.
You did have a good crowd last night.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people there, and they were loud.
Alex, what do you think it's going to be this week?
We just need to bring the energy. If the energy's there, then we're winning easily, 100%, and that helps with the crowd being there, cheering for us.
Liam, what do you think?
I think the crowd and us, if we just keep the same intensity up, just keep coming and coming and coming, it's just like, this is just another game that we're going to win. Just keep the same energy that we've been having since White House and since practice, since start of summer. We can end the crowd soon. The crowd is going to help a lot.
Yeah, it's good to think that way. You only got one game a year in your mind. It's this week.
Yep,
You know what I mean? You're going to have 11. All right, you're going to play a playoff game. You're in the playoffs. It is what it is. You got, like I do, Hunter's Lane. You're in the playoffs. But so
Well, Hunter Slater already forfeited the first game because of not enough players. So
yeah, but you would even if they didn't forfeit. And the bottom line is, if you don't beat Hunter's Lane, then when you take it and wish you hadn't beat you everyone. But strip the peas off everything you own, but you're going to get there. But you got to, like you said, every game is the only game you've got.
most important games the next
Yeah,
game.
that's good thinking on all your guys' part.
injuries, guys. Don't want to kind of get out there. Everybody knows. Well, not everybody, but we talked about Hunter already going to get checked, and hopefully he can wear an ankle brace type of thing, maybe play one side.
I'm glad it's his ankle because for a while I thought he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
Not that I'm glad he hurt anything.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Our knees sometimes are less forgiving than an ankle is.
Health wise, everybody, we come out of the game pretty healthy that we know of.
Yeah, everyone's banged up because it was a physical game.
Yeah.
So everyone's banged up, but no, besides Hunter, no one's really. And I mean, even Hunter, he doesn't look like he's that.
Yeah, he wasn't
terrible.
on crutches, so that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah.
He was walking around and
Yeah.
everything. He just didn't have his helmet, so
Yeah.
I knew that's when he was done. So
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, obviously everyone's banged up, but I think that everyone's pretty good.
seeing y'all on the sidelines, taking the roller to your hamstrings, to your calves, and everything. How important was that to have that on the sidelines for y'all to sit there in between series and stuff?
I wouldn't have been able to play the rest of the game.
Really?
I had to go beginning of the game. I didn't warm up with them because I was just stretching my hamstring. Halftime, I came down early stretching it. After I came off the field on first drive after halftime, I stretched it. When Will cramped, I stretched it.
So
I think it's very fortunate that we have Miss Olivia and all of her stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like before again, she taped my ankle, and me and Alex we did like the normal tech stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, we got a good stretching, and then if I didn't have that gun, I doubt I could play anything. So it's nice having all that equipment right there, ready.
how do you feel on your home body? Sore this morning?
Yeah, sore. Looked in the
Did any stretching this morning yet?
not yet. I'll probably do that when I get
You
home.
lie.
When he drinks
You lie.
So he drinks his highly caffeinated drink.
He's done had 3 0 Mountain Dews. Alex, what about you? What are you going to do today to kind of get your body back into shape?
I always stretch in the shower. I like the warm water running on me
Yeah.
and just stretch. Touch my toes a couple times.
Well, I mean, you'll see if you go to college, that's what you're going to get heat. You'll have to put a heat pack on you for about 10, 15 minutes, and then they'll sit there and stretch you. The heat's going to help you get loose and everything. Then when you get done, you ice it. So, but that's pretty smart. I don't know if I do in the shower, I'd fall, but that'd be me. But Liam, what about
I
you?
stretch in the shower too when I wash my face. Some days are harder than others.
Liam, Are you good? You health wise? You good?
I'm pretty good. Just my ankle's pretty hurt. I'm just sore. I'm
Just
really
sore?
Yeah. I'm
So what are you going to do today to try to get that soreness out?
honestly just ice everything I can, and then probably go to the gym with my buddy later, and try and stretch. I'll probably forget.
Yeah, I'll probably forget. Guys, we're gonna let you out of here in about 10, 15 minutes. Let you go have your Saturday and everything. And let's talk a little bit. School started. Let's talk a little bit about school. How's your classes going so far this year? What kind of classes do you have as a senior?
First 2 weeks have been very easy. I only have 1 class because I have a dual enrollment class, which I only goes 2 days a week, but it doesn't start till the 25th.
Okay.
So I've had these 2 weeks not a first block, and then second block I have senior project, so I don't have a second block. So I come into school about 11:15, and then go to my 1 class, and it's marketing too, and then go to football. So
So what do you want to do once you get done with school, high school and everything? You looking at something in marketing or?
I think I'm looking more into finance.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, me personally, I think I'm pretty good with numbers.
Yeah.
So I think I need to go into something with finance, something with numbers,
So what's your favorite class
math.
throughout the whole high school career?
Math.
Math. Okay. Alex, what's your schedule looking like as a senior?
I've got Spanish first block, second block. I've got senior project, and I just go hang out with Coach Eckert and annoy him. And then third block, I've got math, but it's still pretty light because Spanish is easy, and math we don't really do anything in there because it's not really a math class. It's just an extra credit class. So
What's your favorite class that you've taken?
I like math, but I don't like math. It's weird. Like I don't like hard math.
Don't like
Like,
hard math.
If it's just numbers, like I can't do
Just
graphs.
adding, subtracting, dividing.
Yeah,
You're good.
so like the math class I'm in, it's like preparing you for your adult life. It's like budgeting. It's almost like a finance class, but it's not personal finance. We just do a bunch of percentages and everything.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool. He'll have us look up houses and stuff and do mortgage payments and stuff like that. But like
That's important.
I like math. It's weird that I like it, but I don't like math.
Liam, what about you? What's your class schedule look like this year?
I mean, it's pretty easy. I got the new coach, Coach Hunt, for
Yeah.
my first period. He's amazing. I love him. He's funny. He's
What's he
chill.
teach?
English.
Okay.
ES4. And then I have senior project ITA for Coach Pasquarello. And then I got personal finance with Miss Barnett. She's pretty chill. And then I got football.
Anybody looking to graduate early in December? No, you're going to stay the whole year, and
I can't
you can.
basketball.
Oh,
Okay.
so okay. Favorite food, Will?
I told you.
There's a lot, but probably just a good my mom's steak, mashed potatoes.
What kind of steaks she make you?
Don't really know, just whatever she makes.
You don't know.
It's like I don't know. She flips it
To
up.
make
like,
you a good steak.
yeah,
that's
good
all you
steak.
know.
That's all that matters.
You don't know, it's sirloin, ribeye,
Probably a sirloin or maybe like a
something like that.
something.
Steak.
Yeah,
It's just steak. Eh?
Just steak.
How do you eat it? Medium rare, rare?
Medium rare.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Alex, what about you?
Either prime rib at Christmas time or just some nice chicken wings.
Liam?
Grilled cheese.
Grilled
Yeah.
cheese.
I love grilled cheese. It's
Do you like grilled cheese like with a bunch of different cheeses or just one kind of
just
cheese?
American cheese?
You ever
Straight
tried it with?
flat.
Do you like cheese in general?
Yes. I
Yeah,
love cheese.
try one with a bunch of different cheeses on it. It might knock you out of your
Really?
seat. Yeah, for real.
Nasty.
You like hot food, like spicy?
Yeah, I love spice.
Get some hot pepper cheese and put on there.
Okay.
Pepper.
Dude,
Pepper
it'll,
jack,
Pepper
yeah.
jack.
yeah, you'll love it. I'm telling you, you'll love it.
All right, I'll let you know.
All right.
Favorite restaurant, Will?
Like fast food or restaurant?
We'll go both. Fast food.
Fast food, Panda Express.
Which
Where?
what
Who?
Panda Express.
Oh.
What's your go-to order there?
Bigger plate, triple orange and fried rice, with some of their crab,
Rangoons?
cream cheese rangoons.
Yeah. Favorite restaurant style? Go sit down in a restaurant.
I don't really know. I don't really go in and sit down a lot, unless it's like Waffle House or Mexican. So
Okay, Waffle House is
Yeah.
your favorite sit-down restaurant?
probably.
What'd you go to there? Can you say
All-Star.
it? Oh, you're just
All-Star.
gonna say All Star.
Yeah.
You don't sit there and get the smattered, covered, smothered, and all that
So what's
stuff.
the All-Star? What's that?
I get double hash browns, a blueberry waffle, sausage, scrambled eggs, and some toast.
Makes me hungry.
Alex, what about you? Fast food, real restaurant?
Does Chipotle count as fast food?
I would count it fast food.
Yeah, we don't have it here, but I go to Bowling Green a lot. I like
I
that.
just saw one in the White House. They got one on
Yeah.
White House
Yeah,
now.
that and McDonald's. I love McDonald's.
What's your go-to at Chipotle?
It's a bowl with steak, white rice, guac, lettuce, cheese. I think that's it. And sometimes roasted vegetables.
What about your McDonald's order? What's
Big
your
Mac.
go-to? Big Mac?
Large with sweet tea. Gets me every time. Although last night I went after the game, ordered a Big Mac, paid for a Big Mac. They put a single patty quarter pounder in a Big Mac box. I was so upset.
Wow. That would get you upset.
Yeah. They made me really
Was
mad.
that here in town?
Yes. I waited for like 20 minutes to.
Oh yeah. I bet it was busy. Everybody coming back in from the White House trying to eat.
No, there wasn't even that many people there. They just.
You know you can go back in though, right?
Yeah.
Like you got in your car.
Yeah.
Did you not open it till you get home, or did you?
I opened it when I got home, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
It made me so mad.
and then it makes you mad because you didn't check it.
Yeah.
My wife says check it. I go no, it's fine. And you get home, it's wrong. Then I want to murder.
Well,
somebody.
honestly, even if you did check it, you're just looking to see if it's a Big Mac box.
Right? Yeah,
Big
you're
Mac
right.
box, but
You're
they put a
right.
burger in it.
You're totally right.
What's your sit-down restaurant?
Oh, there's just a lot of good ones, and you don't go to, like, I go to Mexican too much because we live in Portland. But
Got many choices. What's the best Mexican in Portland? What would you recommend if someone just came to town?
that
The old one?
does Oak Grove count as Portland?
You can count it. I
That
guess.
Oak Grove Mexican up there, that's the
But
best
isn't that
one.
Senor Fajitas?
Yeah.
So isn't there one?
But it's
One up
better.
there, this
But
one's
that
better.
one's better.
That's the better
The
one.
service is better. The food's better. Everything's better.
Probably because they use possum meat out there.
And because like no one goes there. Still, it's amazing.
So what's your go-to in a Mexican restaurant?
Here recently, for the past like couple of months, it's been steak delight, and I get flour tortillas, and I put that
Yeah.
on the flour tortillas.
Liam, what about you? What's your fast food?
Taco Bell.
What's your order?
$7 Lux box with 2 cheesy rice burritos.
Can you be specific?
What
Sounds
kind-
like,
what
sounds
kind-
like he's already
Yeah.
had it a few times.
What's your sauce?
Sauce every time.
Mild?
Yeah, I can't do anything hotter than that. I don't know. It just doesn't taste.
I
good.
thought you said you like hot stuff.
I love hot stuff. It's just their hot stuff is like weird to me. I don't like
Well,
it.
Jordan was telling us that I didn't even know this because I don't go to Taco Bell. I think I've been there once in the last 12 years. So, but they said they got a hot sauce now that's a black label and everything.
Diablo, whatever.
Diablo.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had to see when I went. It was just tacos were hard shell tacos were 49 cents, and they were I'm old, and they had mild and hot sauce. That was it. So, what's your go-to sit down?
Probably senior burritos. That's really what we got. So probably senior burritos.
You know, you can go. There is places in Bowling Green and Gallatin that you can
Yeah.
travel to and everything. I mean, if you had your choice, Liam, we're going out. We're going to take you out to eat tonight. We taking you?
Probably Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
I'll go with you there. Yeah, 100%. What's your order? What's your order there?
University.
Medium or steak?
I would say, me and Alex, when we went to Chattanooga on like a visit, kind of just helping
Yeah.
his sister move in, we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my!
Pretty good.
You eat so much. You got look. So
Okay.
Maybe you look like Jared Lorenzen at the end of the year.
well, we went to Dave and Buster's, and we were hungry, so we just ordered an appetizer. So I got spinach dip. He said, I don't like spinach dip. I turn over there, it's all gone. Then we go to Cheesecake Factory. We got calamari for an appetizer and fried zucchini.
And
I don't like fried zucchini. Looked over, it's gone. Calamari, he actually didn't eat that much calamari. And then he
also had fried mac and cheese balls.
he ate all those. And then what'd you get?
I got fish tacos.
He ate those. By the time I finished my whatever bowl I got, I look over there, and there's whole fillets on them. Munched them all up. 2 bites each, he said. Then my aunt orders this chicken plate that had 3 grilled, which was healthy. It had 3 things of grilled chicken on it. She goes, Will, do you want this? She goes, no. Eats both of them. Then he orders cheesecake. Eats half of it there. I wake up the next morning. I look over. He's on the couch eating it for breakfast.
Cheesecake's a good breakfast thing, dude.
Good protein.
Yeah. Good something.
Favorite movie, and then favorite sports movie.
Well, favorite sports movie, Sandlot. Every time. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I will say, I do like the last Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of movies.
you know, take your girlfriend out to dates to go see movies or
Well, that's one that we did. We went to Spider-Man. So I guess I'll say Spider-Man because that was
He
the first
just
movie.
doesn't pay attention when he takes his girlfriend. He doesn't care what's going on.
Okay, Alex, favorite movie.
Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. I love it. I can't watch it because when Gwen dies,
Oh man, I hadn't seen it.
it's tough. Well, it's pretty old, so I would hope you've
Yeah.
seen it.
I'm messing.
But then
But you're right.
sports movies, Blindside, easily.
Liam, what about you?
My favorite movie is probably Forrest. I love
Forrest Gump?
Yeah, that movie's great. And then my sports is probably Blindside. I love Blindside.
Y'all ready to go?
I think they're having fun.
We can stay. I ain't got no problem. We can stay.
You can't ever tell Alex. He always got that little.
He
don't
just got
know
that
if he
straight,
wants
got that straight poker
wants
face.
to be here or not be here.
Exactly. Y'all got questions for him?
I don't. Just let's win against Liberty Creek. You're fun
Well,
to watch. You're
We'll let you
good
go,
bunch of
guys. Yeah, I gotta go and start treating your bodies and everything. Get ready.
Get that caffeine.
Y'all need to have a good Saturday. So yeah, that caffeine. Go have a Saturday so y'all can enjoy it because y'all are working 6 days a week with film on Sundays and practice and games on Monday through Friday and everything. So go enjoy your day. Appreciate y'all coming in here today, this morning, and everything. Congratulations on your win again last night.
Right.
I can't wait to see y'all play Friday night here at home. It'll be exciting to see how that's going to go. Liberty Creek lost to East Rob last night, 28-21 or 21-14. Yeah, 28-21.
Overtime.
And Liberty Creek was winning at halftime. So, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about things that happened in Panther Nation this past week and what's coming up this week with sports going around the school, golf, volleyball, cross country, middle school football, volleyball, all kinds of games going on this week that's coming up, along with football, high school football on Friday nights. Band's got a competition next Saturday, so a lot of things going on there. PYFL should have their Panther Bowl today. Should be going on right now out there at Richland Park. You got nothing to do, go out there and watch the little guys sit there and run around. And then I think their season starts in a week or two. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all coming in. Again, just, congratulations. I can't, really express how happy I am for y'all. Y'all worked hard, and to go out there and watch y'all play the way y'all did was really nice to see. And but go have a safe Saturday. When we come back, we'll go, like I said, we'll go around the region with scores from last night, talk about what's coming up, and you're listening to Off the Rails Sports Saturday on Portland Sports Network.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
So we got time.
Well, let's see if it's still streaming. We didn't lose internet and the computer didn't know, so we're good.
Just the camera here. Again, we're off the rails.
We're off the rails. Photo shoot, kick power off.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
But anyway, again, a big win for the Panthers last night, 28-21 over White House. Going around the region a little bit. We got scores. Beach lost to Green Hill, 15-13. I know at halftime it was 13-6 or something like that, or 13-10 or 9. But Green Hill comes back and beats Beach. Springfield takes down Rossview 35-3. Station Camp beat Greenwood, Kentucky 50-21. Kind of shows you what the offense that Station Camp has. We knew what they had from last year at the end of the year, and then Greenwood.
Greenwood's Greenwood.
Yeah, Greenwood is Greenwood.
But apparently the Station Camp quarterbacks really worked
Over
hard
Bays,
the weight
yeah.
room this offseason.
Well, they should have one clip from Jamboree. He was running over some kids. So
yeah, so you know,
he's already got
him
an
and
arm.
Casey
He had an
Woodson
arm last year.
They're going
So.
to be fighting it for
Yeah.
you know the up in this part of the world quarterback of the year.
Of course, we talked about it. Hunters Lane forfeited to Clarksville Academy, and the thing is, Clarksville Academy actually said they didn't really
played.
have. Yeah.
No, Clarksville Academy's on here
Did they?
playing somebody.
Okay,
Joe
so-
Burns.
So maybe they caught another game or something
Yeah,
like
maybe,
that.
maybe Joe Burns didn't have
Or,
an opponent.
But Hunters Lane forfeited. We had heard before the season started that they were down with players, didn't know if they was going to have enough.
Well, they got a new coach this year,
So,
right?
yeah, I got a
And
new
I-
football field.
And I think a lot of that, I mean, we've talked about Hunter's Lane. It's a tough gig, dude. It just
Yep.
absolutely is a tough gig. When you're born in Hunter's Lane area, you don't think of playing Hunter's
Well,
Lane
when
football.
you-
Portland, when you're in Portland and you have a kid, it still is. You
Yeah.
inherently think you're going to play Portland high school football. So then you get a new coach down there that's probably tougher, you know, a little bit more strict, which you need to be. He probably ran a bunch of guys off, and it's not his fault because it just happens. But I wouldn't doubt that's probably what a lot of it was.
Well, another thing is last year, 2 years ago, we was down there for Hunters Lane, and we were waiting to see the results from Henry County Hendersonville game to see if we make the playoffs. They had senior night, and they had a bunch of seniors. But something we talked about was when the seniors come by, they would sit there and say, "Hey, it's his first year playing football. He's going to school for academics. First year playing football, he's going to play soccer at another school." They were there to be on the team. It wasn't. Football was not their first love. And so once you get those people out of there, that's kind of the mindset of the school is academics and other sports. That's where I'm not going to go play. Yeah, we got a new field, got a new turf field and everything, but new coach. Well, like you said, he could have come in. He's football minded. and this is how we're going to do it. And
And sometimes it doesn't work at a school.
Exactly.
You got to build that culture, and sometimes building the culture means you don't have enough
Yep.
players.
And so it's just that's where I hate when they do an enrollment and they say, well, you need to be 5A or 6A because you've got X amount of kids in school. They need to sit there and figure out if there's some way to do it to see how many people you have.
You know how many people fudge on that day?
Oh well,
And,
like
you
I
know,
said,
some
well, a lot of
your
people go.
football schools would be going, well, we've only really got 30 kids that really want to play
Yeah.
football when you got 90 on the sideline.
Well, that's the thing. You couldn't have more than X amount on the sidelines. I don't know if you do it like that. I know some states do it by boys in the school.
Right.
And
Boys in
you
the school
can't
would be
do it
cool.
that way because nowadays you'll get in trouble with that.
Well,
because,
boys in the school to me would be a good beater,
but
but it'd be tough.
But it's hard to figure out what is the right thing because somebody always falls outside that parameter and somebody's going to sit there and figure out how to manipulate the parameter that you got.
Yeah, but Alcoa beat Maryville 43-42. That was a barn burner of a game.
Gallatin beat Hendersonville 28-24.
That's an interesting score. I'd like to see that game on tape. And Baylor, we talked about that a little bit last night.
Yeah.
Big commit. I didn't get to see the game. I had a brain fart and didn't record it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
As they call him, DGG. Initials are cool every now and then, but just don't overuse it. But
the tape on
he's
him was-
legit. He's legit. I mean, the
Some
one
unbelievable-
play
And Brentwood Academies are true. I mean, they got
they
9
played
D1
good.
kids
I
on
mean,
that
they went
team.
down 13-0 quick. You're like, man, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And they came back and fought, made it a game. It wasn't an easy game. They just couldn't stop the running back from Baylor. I think the play that's going to be shown everywhere is where he gets flipped, and as he flips, he lands with one hand on the ground, his toes on the ground, stands back up and takes off running again for another 4 or 5 yards. I mean, it literally flips end over end somersault.
I've seen that.
And you're thinking, oh, it's AI. No, it's not AI.
They had a
watched it.
packet
Yeah.
of his plays. And Boyd Buchanan, I'm doing them. They won because they know when to get rid of a coach they need to get rid of. Just saying.
Westmoreland beat Allen County 43-15. Liberty Creek lost to East Robb 28-21. There's 2 of our opponents in the next 3 weeks. Liberty Creek and East Robb. Heritage beat Greenbrier 35-11. I'm surprised Greenbrier scored 11. And I just saying.
And remember, I said on South Pitt they shouldn't even be playing, and they won 76.
I was going to say it was in the 70s, I thought.
Christian Community. I don't even know where town Christian.
I'm sure it's kind of like the Innovation Academy in Springfield. And I put FRA in here for you, Coach. They beat South Gibson 56-11.
Yeah, and last year when they played at South Gibson, it was a pretty tight game.
Was it?
Yeah, so FRA, they just reloaded.
But that was teams in our region and then kind of in Sumner County. If I didn't get your team or someone you're looking for.
Antioch beat Mount Juliet 27. They got that kid, that quarterback.
Okay.
That's pretty awesome. So that was an interesting score. Brentwood beat Smyrna 21-20. Columbia Academy won. We don't care, but you got skimming through here. Like you said, this says East Robb 28, Liberty Creek 21.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
It was final. It was overtime. So the first new head coach at East Robertson, like I said, I watched an interview on Facebook last night. He was saying it's tough when you have to follow Chase, and in your first game, Chase is on the other sidelines.
Yeah,
but
the one good thing about it, when you got that quarterback, it's sure nice to build on that.
Yeah,
you know what?
does
Your
have,
first year having a kid that's played that many snaps in
Yeah.
high school football and had that much success, that's kind of a nice feeling. You just got to protect him. And then, of course, I heard the ER heard some of our players a couple of weeks saying that they were going to beat them. So they said they're going to post that on the board the Portland week. I said, so anyway, that'd be interesting. How that works out, but I've got a lot of respect for the ER coaches. Or I don't know all of them. I only know Chad.
There's a lot.
Chad,
There's a lot left.
Yeah.
Brooks left. Hayden coach Alexander left. He's at Page. The D-line coach. I can't think of his name. He left. So a lot of coaches left, and they didn't follow Chase to Liberty Creek. They went their own way, and
yeah. Well,
it's
since
just
he
a part
wasn't
of-
going
you
as
know.
the head coach, it's kind of different. Follow.
Exactly.
If he'd have went as a head coach, they would have came.
If
on.
they would have,
There's
if he
no
could have,
doubt
he
about
brought
it.
him on. Yeah, exactly.
But Chad Bruce is still there, and he's a quality kid. He's
Yep.
a good coach, and I call him a kid just because
Yes.
I'm so much older than him. But he's not a kid; he's in his 40s now. So anyway,
But this past week in Panther Nation, if you're done with sports, I don't
yeah,
want to. I don't
we
want
can
to.
go, we can go to it. I don't see. Hey, Portland beat White House.
There you go.
28-21. In case
Is it
you
3
haven't
years in a
heard.
row now?
Yeah,
Is it
3 years in a row.
At
3
one
years in a
time,
row.
it was the all-time series was tied, wasn't it? Now we-
Springfield. Did you do the Springfield
Yeah,
over
I
Ross
did.
Street? We talked
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, they've got a pretty legit team, dude. That's
They
gonna
do.
be a really
Springfield's
good
gonna be
game
tough.
up here.
Springfield. Well, I don't know if that's Springfield PlayStation. I keep on thinking Springfield's in our region, and they're not. So I would like to see Springfield and Station Camp go at it, just kind of see what that would be like.
I like to see quarterback
So,
battle there for
yeah.
sure.
So this past week, we had a lot of things going on. Volleyball. I went and watched Monday. I watched them beat White House 3-0, 3 sets to nothing. It was great to go see them. At that time, like, man, they're actually now 8-0. If you take the preseason, they were 7-0 coming in from the preseason. But the next game was Tuesday versus Green Hill, and they ended up losing 3 sets to 1 to Green Hill for their first loss this year. But they came back Thursday and beat Hendersonville 3-1. So we're sitting at 2-1 regular season for the volleyball. Looks really good for them and everything. Girls soccer, it is hard to kind of, if you're looking at the Ball Frog app and Portland Sports, we lost to Lebanon 7-3, but then it showed 2 JV games, and it was showing that JV beat Franklin Simpson 6-4, and then lost to Kirkwood 10-0. So only one varsity girls soccer, from what I could see. We lost 7-3. 2 JVs, 1-1 there. Golf, there was no event showed this week for golf. I know they played the week before.
Yeah,
they,
Easton
and they
had a
lost
hole in one. You said.
and everything. And so no golf. And I don't know if they played. Might have been Tuesday when we got that. Was it Tuesday? No, Wednesday we got that rain. Wednesday or Thursday when that
I don't
rainstorm
know.
come in.
I don't remember.
It came in that morning,
Either
whatever.
way.
So I don't know. And in middle school football, they lost to Schaefer 28-6. This week coming up, starting with today cross country has their Saturday night Saturday Light Fever is what it's called. Don't know where it's at. What they're running. You remember?
It's usually in Hendersonville, isn't it?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, I'm sure Coach Witten is listening to us right now, especially since I shouted her daughter out last night on the
Well, I don't
football
know.
broadcast.
She might be down there.
Yeah,
egging her guys to run.
Morning, yeah, she's there.
So, but we'll have an update next Saturday on that. So what I went with Monday. Monday, if you got something you want to do, you can watch volleyball at home versus Trousdale County. They should play at 7:00. Or it could be 6:00. They play at 6, I think it is. Their home game against Trousdale here at the high school. JV football will be at home versus White House. So there is a game in 2 days here. JV should be playing White House, the high school. So
and there's middle school baseball tryouts Monday.
middle school
Which
baseball
somebody
tryouts
told
Monday.
me middle school has a JV game Monday.
No, we play on
Who
Wednesdays.
told me that? Because they got me all cattywampus.
JV,
And I thought, well, we'll
we're
just
gonna
have-
sit there and play JV in middle school.
Right, I knew that, but they
it'll be
said
Wednesdays.
they
It's
said, Coach,
Wednesdays.
did you realize you had Tater told me that. Maybe he was
Wednesdays.
thinking the high school JV, which
High school JV, because I'm
that
sure
doesn't
Donna's gonna
influence
sit
me
there.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tater's just gonna have to work the scoreboard today. He's gonna have to come to tryouts.
So JV has football. High school JV has football Monday, not the middle school. Middle school has JV
Okay,
games
so
on
I was worried
Wednesdays.
about nothing.
Yeah. That's the one thing going on Monday. Tuesday, middle school football travels down to Hendersonville, plays Hawkins at 6. The girls soccer JV, they play Wilson Central, and then the varsity plays right after the JV at Wilson Central. Volleyball plays at home again on Tuesday versus Beach. So volleyball has Monday home against Trousdale, Beach at home on Tuesday. So 2 home games for volleyball. Nothing going on Wednesdays. Thursdays, golf. We'll have a match between Beach, Portland, and Mount Juliet. Of course, they don't play no games here or no matches here in Portland, so it's all probably going to be down either at Beach or Mount Juliet, somewhere over there. Volleyball plays Thursday at Gallatin, and so they'll travel down the ridge there to GHS and play volleyball down there. Soccer has a match at Hendersonville on Thursday. So that's your 3 things going on Thursday. Friday, you'll have a home game. Varsity home football. High school will have their first home game of the year versus Liberty Creek. Saturday, you have soccer. Will be at the Smoky Mountain Cup.
Yeah, that's
So,
a rough gig right there.
They're going to travel over to East Tennessee to Gatlinburg,
They have a
Pigeon
good time
Forge.
with that, they say.
Oh, I'm sure. Go over there and have a fun time, and then you also play. You get to play a little soccer too. And then also Saturday, the band will have the Sumner County exhibition, and I'm assuming that's going to be either in Gallatin or Hendersonville somewhere. It's not here. I know we got hit up last night to broadcast Bandapalooza on October 3rd.
Yep, which we're gonna do.
Which we're gonna sit out here on the front porch of the hut. We'll
Unless
have
it's
our
really
show.
hot, which October I wouldn't think it'd be that hot.
We can
We'll
never know
put some
our weather
fans
here.
on going on.
But that will be our Saturday show. We'll be out there and we'll broadcast out there for a little bit. We'll interview the band directors, some band members maybe, and maybe we'll get some band directors from other schools and have them come on. And
I think that was their
everything.
intent. So they're gonna have
And,
to feed us. I don't know if you realize that or not. But
we'll get with the
they'll
with
take
the-
care of their.
we'll get with
classy
the
group.
boosters. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get with the boosters and get the logistics done. So that'll be. I need to write that down as our October engagement there. But
Hopefully
that's
the Auburn Tennessee game will be at nighttime because that was remember that was the first thing I said is who does UT play that day? Because I mean it is what it is, but Saturday in the fall I absolutely love college football.
Oh,
I mean I try to get my bike rides all done for Saturday. I don't have to do nothing but veg out and watch college football. I put my TV outside under my gazebo. We sit out all day long, have a fire at night. I mean, I really dig college football. It is what it is. Only college baseball do I like more.
But that's what's going on this week. Like I said, we're gonna be. I think next week we got 2 more seniors to do, and then we're done with the senior football players.
That was quick.
I mean, there's you only got 8 of them, not 20 something of them. We do have. I finally got an email back from Coach Blankenship of the cheerleader. I don't mean to call her. Sent the email out in February. I got the email back this week. So we'll be getting the cheerleaders on.
Better late than never.
And we'll be getting other people on. You know, like I said, we got golf and soccer and cross country, and maybe you can work on Coach Witten and getting some cross country people in here.
That won't be a problem.
Everything.
Just tell me when you want them and I'll ask.
It doesn't. We're after next week. We're open. We need to do a couple shows out in Richland Park. Do the youth football. I'd like to broadcast some of that a little bit. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff going on. It just really the exciting news for us was the live feed camera last night. You know, sitting there, I think watching it on my phone as we were broadcasting. The most we had at one time was 218 people on at one time. Last night when we got home at 11 o'clock, I looked and we had 660 views. And then what did you say this morning, Coach? We had over 1,000.
Over 1K, yeah.
So we're over 1,000 views by this morning. So that's great that everybody got to, we got a lot of good feedback from people who's watching it live. I know the angle, camera angle wasn't the greatest, but
Well, the stands were ripped down. I mean,
Yep.
It is
and
what it is.
even if they had the booth there that was there, it still wasn't great. It's not the greatest.
Yeah, but Brandon, I tell you
But-
what, the camera ninja will find a spot.
Next week
with a
he'll be
great
on top of the
advantage,
press box.
and,
He'll be on top of the
get
press
it,
box.
He'll get it done
He'll
if it's
be-
available.
Yeah, there's not too many games we're going to go to that doesn't have a visiting press or a press box. I'm trying to think. I was talking to Andy last night. We have to go to Springfield. That's a tight booth right there. I'm trying to think who else we're going to.
Oh no. We'll probably Hunter's Lane. We'll probably go ahead and sit on the visitor side this time. We were up in that little bird's nest.
Yeah, that's
playing
what
the
it was
last
with the
time
coaches
on
and
their
everything.
side.
Yeah.
So I think we
About
may
the
set up in
15-yard line.
I think we may just set up in the bleachers, right, 50-yard line up.
DA,
beside
we
the
got to
end.
go to DA. I said we
Yeah,
stood up
we're
in
gonna
the
sit on
stands.
that side too. We were actually we were needing power the last time, so we had to stay on their side. We don't need
Right.
no one's power anymore or
Right.
Wi-Fi, so we can go anywhere we want to. So I definitely say we get away from them dang speakers that are way too loud, and get back over on our side for that.
Yeah, we'll sit on our side against DA. We go to, let's see, Beach comes to us. Station Camp comes to us. ER comes to us. Greenbrier comes to us.
We're at White House. We're at Springfield. We're at Hendersonville. We're at Hunters Lane. We're at Davidson Academy. So we pretty much cover it
Hendersonville.
all.
They got a brand new.
Yeah, and that's where
visitors.
middle school plays too, right?
Yeah,
there.
so you'll get to see Tuesday night what you're going to be.
And they
getting on
used to
Friday.
have press box on the visitor side.
They did. I think they still do.
have that.
Yeah, they put a
Because
little
when we
box
did
up
that
there.
time, half the bleachers were condemned. Remember?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So I think they're gonna. I think the new stuff I've seen is they've got a box up there now for the visitor side. But yeah. Y'all got anything off the rails you want to talk about? Anything come to mind?
I don't have
Esports?
anything. I was happy with that football game.
Anything
last
going
night.
on that you want to discuss? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I don't think so. We've got some interpersonal stuff we got to talk about staffing on the week I'm on vacation to make sure we can pull off that middle school broadcast. The high school broadcast won't be a problem because you know how to run the computer.
Yeah.
And it's at home, which will make it even easier. But the middle school, we don't need to bug the audience about pulling that off. But I do need someone to run the board for me because I will be on vacation. My 1 week, it's called vacation officially at my work, and that week I'm on vacation. So I'll miss it, but we'll get it figured out.
Explain to Kyle. Vacation.
Vacation. That's when my phone's turned off, except for during broadcast because sometimes we have, like last year I was on vacation.
So vacation
in
is
ER,
where
they couldn't get the Wi-Fi going, so they called me on that. So I leave my phone on pre-broadcast in case something goes on, but work I don't do no work stuff. I don't take my laptop with me.
You're truly disconnected.
I'm truly disconnected except for an hour before the game in case something happens audio wise. And like I said, last year it was at East Rob, and I don't remember what went wrong, but it went wrong pretty hard. So I actually had
it normally happens that way.
I had to get in my car and actually go to the other part of the island, which isn't that far, just to have better Wi-Fi reception. I mean, cell reception, so I could talk. But it was all cool. I'm available for that, but other than that, I'm not available.
So vacation, you're just dead to the world.
I'm just dead to the world, and it's just 1 week a year. I deserve it, but that's what it is.
So
And we go-
vacation, we have no idea. We just sit at the end of your driveway waiting for you to return. Just, we don't know.
Pretty much. We'll do the game Friday night because I'm off on Friday. At my work, I invented on your week off, if you're going to leave out on Saturday, which most people do, is taking off Friday too.
Yeah.
So you can mow the grass, do all that, pack. Nobody wants to wake up Saturday morning and have to pack. So if you'll come by, like I always drive my company car everywhere I go, which I'm grandfathered in. I'm not cheating anybody. Call my boss. He knows this. That was part of my contract that I signed. I've always
Who
been.
are you looking at just there?
I don't know. I should have been looking up there.
thinking the
I'm
same
just telling
thing,
people. But when I take jobs, I know I'm getting cars because that's part of what we do, and I always go. Part of my pay package is I use my company car personally. Is that good or not? And if the owner says no,
I don't think anyone's questioning.
well, but just in case they do, because probably a lot of companies won't let you use your company car on personal use. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so you got me off my thought. So I always take that car. Well, if you notice the Friday night game, we'll be taking my wife's car to the game. You'll be going, well, you're in a different vehicle. And by the way, when you're at our stadium, there's signs that are there that says like PSN, Curtis Marlin. I mean, it's got Curtis's name on there, for goodness sake. Don't park in those places. They have been earned and they've been given for work rendered. So don't park, even in middle school games. Someone said there's no rules in middle school. I'm just making rules. There is rules in middle school. Coaches, fans, don't park in our spots. We're going to use them. The equipment is hard to carry up the hill. Last night was brutal. I forgot about the hill and the wagon with gravel.
With the gravel, yeah.
You know, when I got down, my heart, and I work out like 4 times a week, but my heart was, and yeah. But
I started up the hill with the chair and the table, and I was like, "But
well, you
just
mentioned
don't
you
stop,
want to keep
don't
it in the
stop."
cart and let him
Yeah.
get us up, and I go, I don't want to bother him. And halfway up pulling, I said, "Where is he?"
Should have done it. Should have done it.
Yeah,
Were you hydrated correctly?
I was semi.
You didn't
Well,
cramp.
you can't get hydrated too much because you got to use the bathroom. Luckily, high school games, you know how to use this.
Yes.
But middle school games, I'm stuck, man. It's the 2 hours I'm in the booth because I don't want to play the music over and
Yeah,
over,
yeah.
over for 5 minutes while I
So
scream.
what he's trying to say is we need another person on Tuesday nights. Hint, hint to your right.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm not.
come and-
I'll
ain't gonna bother with
I'll
him?
see him in basketball and baseball. I'm good with it. I don't know when our first game. He dictates the pre-December games, and then we do all the district games once January hits. But I'm not asking my man ever again because I love him and I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to put pressure on him. Right,
Wow.
so it's not that I don't like him. I'm just not going to bug him about it. Right, if he wants to just show up and help, go for it. But if he doesn't, I get it. I understand.
I'm right here, you know.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But I'm just, it's because I consider you a friend. I don't want to make that friendship go away by me pestering you about, are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? So I'm not doing it. But don't think it's because I'm mad at you. It's just, I'm not doing it anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, if we can find someone to push buttons, it's not really that difficult. And then the key is, and see, I put capital letters, hot mic, as
Yeah,
long as when the broadcast starts up. Now, the only difference is now we have video. In middle school games, that person has to move the camera around.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do when I'm done at baseball.
Maybe we need to get a student to come up there and just film for us with that.
Well,
Maybe
the
we can do
invitation's out as long as they shower once a day, and we don't want the dude who does the last year press box over at the. I'm not saying what sport we were doing, but he needed a half of that press
Wow.
box no matter what.
Wow.
It was no ifs, ands, and buts.
So all you got to do is go back and look at the broadcast that we've
Yeah,
done and try to figure out what had a press box and what didn't.
That half the press box belonged to this person, regardless of how many other
Wow.
people we brought in. And so anyway, I did what I could
Did you
do.
figure that one out, Kyle? See which one we're talking about?
No.
But yeah, if the voice of Panther basketball and baseball and soccer wants to come help do the middle school games, he's more than welcome to. But I'm not going to bug him about it.
Yeah, I'll see what he says.
You know what I'm saying?
You're going to ask him? Maybe you can reach out to
I'll
him.
ask him for you.
All right.
You
But
seem to
tell
have
him, hey,
connections with
tell
him.
him no hard feelings. But to just to be honest, I'm proud of what we pulled off.
Yeah.
Last, I think October is when we got flushed into having to do the game on YouTube because we didn't have anybody to their location to hook us up. Remember,
Yeah.
we were going to do both.
You're talking about the middle school basketball.
Yeah,
game.
that's
So
when- that's when it officially
back in, like,
started.
December or something. wasn't it?
December
Yeah.
was it or November?
It was November, December.
But that's when it officially launched.
Yes.
And there were bugs early on, but the thing about it is the other entity's not even on the air anymore. So the community would be totally let down right now.
Yeah,
There would
could
be
you imagine? what
it would
last
be
night been
absolutely
like?
no high school football being anywhere live.
I just think it was a move that had to be made, and
Yeah.
we made it at the right time.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And like I said, there's a lot that went into it, but it got done.
There's still a
The
lot.
quality basketball, I thought we did a good job basketball once we figured out hot mic. When we
Go NFHS.
NFHS. Anybody I offended, I'm sorry. Get over it. But that was kind of. Thank goodness somebody was watching NFHS and texted you and said, your
Yeah.
mic's always hot, don't you? And I went, oh my goodness. But what's weird is I don't think it's hot on Brandon's tape
It's
to
not.
record, so that's kind of weird the way
So-
that comes in.
Well, we put the clicker in place last night just in case. So,
Yeah, it was there, but
didn't get no complaints from
and
anybody.
that little volume knob that I came up with was perfect because it was too loud without that knob. So that's going to help in basketball, so we can turn that down. Because one of the reasons NFHS was bad is coming out of our box, we have no control over this one spot here coming straight out. So it's loud. Why NFHS? And I've asked them 3 times to just turn it down on the computer, which you can do. They couldn't figure it out. So it was just loud. That's why people were saying, we can't hear you, but it's because it was just blasting. So we got a little knob that now we can control the volume so we can lower the volume. So we can kill hot mic and we can lower the volume. So this year's basketball feed should be really nice on NFHS.
And like I said, you got the camera. Camera came in. That we're going to try it for the middle
Yeah,
school
it
game.
came in. It's
And that's
I
where
worked
we can
with it a
take
little
that
bit.
now, and during basketball, we
Do
go
it-
we
can
go
do it
live on
anywhere.
basketball. We can do softball games, baseball games. You know, we just got
All
free
I'm
up.
working on now is a tripod because when we're doing it in the football booth, we got to set it on the counter. Which see that tripod wouldn't fit in there. It wouldn't work right. You'd get it too high. But I've got a deal figured out where the ledge is a 2x4 thick, higher
We just
than
need
the
to cut a
table.
2x4 section.
So I'm
just a
putting
little.
a 2x4 this way, and then another 2x4 this way out the window. And the camera's going to be sitting here. So there, we can put it anywhere in the booth, because like when I do middle school, I got to reach over
Yeah,
and do this. Well, now I can put it right in front of where I sit, where the computer is, and manually move it. So I'm planning on working on that this weekend.
I got you. I got
So-
you. What you're on about with the 2x4 out the window.
Yeah,
type
so the
thing.
key is we got to get a clamp to make sure that it doesn't flip out.
I got you.
All of this is proof that you can teach an old dog new tricks.
You can. And shout out to Stacy Lane. I don't have that ever on here because we do it on the middle school, but her business and her donated the camera, and that was greatly appreciated. I had to send the first one back because it didn't work as advertised. But the new one seems to be pretty awesome. We're still going to be some learning pains, but
Sooner or later, we'll get a mic stand in here. We're going to put some mics in here.
I'd
not
like to
use-
get it. I think we need 3 good table mics. And that's another thing since we're off the rails. And this isn't off the rails. The bottom line is this equipment costs money. We got behind on getting advertising out. We finally got it out this week. We've already got 2 people that signed up. The key about it on the broadcast, there's going to be only so many spots available. There's just so many breaks you get during a game. And there's going to be a cutoff. So the people that I sent this to, I'm not putting any pressure on you. But once we get to that number, it's it. You're not going to get in.
Yeah.
Because we can't make up commercial spots.
And the thing is, what's cool, not sorry for interrupting you, Coach, but the thing that's cool, in my opinion, is everybody got to see it last night.
And it was
Okay.
phenomenal.
Here's what's going on. So you want a part of this, you better jump on.
Yeah, and it's
And
reasonably
you know,
priced.
4 or 5
Nobody's
months
trying
ago-
to make a fortune out of this.
4 or 5 months ago, we had talked. We had a bunch of people, businesses going around going, hey, what are we going to do? Radio? You know, do we go with radio? Do we not? Now there is no radio. And so, you know, you want to advertise it, you know, come to us. We got the package. You can sit there and choose which package you want.
Yeah, and
You
there's
can,
just
you
2
can,
of
you
them.
can, yeah, you can sit there and make your own a video commercial. What do you want? We can do it for you. There's those options there, and you know, again, you get with Donna Sadler is who you getting with, and who else was it you?
Me and her, yeah.
So get with
And
Coach
basically,
Thayer
we
and
build through the quarterback club just so we don't have to set up any more bookkeeping
Accounts or
kind of
anything.
things. Yeah, stuff like that.
But,
But it's a good deal. It's not overly priced.
we had
None
some
of us are
commercials last
quitting our
night.
jobs.
Yeah,
If we got total sponsorship, nobody that's doing the PSN is going to quit their job and make money off of that. that money is to help. Like right now, my main concern is give everybody an expenses. Last night when you went to White House, it's not a really long trip, but it's still, you got to eat out, you got to pay for gas. I'm hoping that can get taken care of, which now it can. We got that taken care of. I personally don't care if I get a penny. That's not why I do this. If it was, I wouldn't be doing it.
I ain't got paid to do broadcasting.
The money on return isn't quite very good in what we're doing, but I don't do it for that. I have
It's
a good
not
time. You know, it's a pushback, but it is nice to be able to give the people who are working with you, making sure they get a little bit of money to gas and food. So that's the big thing. And then the equipment, it goes bad. These headsets probably got a 2-year lifespan on them. They're going to have to get replaced. We need, like on this show here, we need some table mics so we don't have to use these. The table mics will sound better. Just that kind of stuff. But it's just, we're doing this for the community.
we're borrowing the iPad we use for the video. It's borrowed from the quarterback club.
Right.
The stuff we had before is borrowed from this person or that person. So we're slowly, we don't have the money. Do I do this or do I not? We don't have the. Yeah, I'm doing this. Hell with this. We don't have the money in Gallatin Quarterback Club. They started up their own little podcast. And that's great that they did. Okay, I'm happy for them. I think they got the idea from us, matter of fact, because the Quarterback Club president, his wife, listens to our show for the last 2-3 years because she's friends with another person I know who's on the Quarterback Club. They said, "We'll listen to y'all's show on Saturday." I'm like, "Why does somebody from Gallatin listen to our show? Because we don't talk nothing about Gallatin.
Right.
It's always about Portland people."
Yeah,
And
we
their
did. We
athletes.
talked about beating them in the scrimmage.
Well,
but
And
okay,
we talk
but
about
in the last couple of
Westmoreland
years,
all
I
the
mean,
time, but not
but I'm
always
just saying,
nice
why
way.
would you listen to our show? So they got the idea. Guy from now her husband's quarterback club president, I think, and so now you know who it is. Anyway, they went and got and had WHIN, whoever they are, and got the crew together. Well, I'm just saying, I don't know if it's it's WH.
Whatever it is, it
Yeah.
doesn't
So
matter
I don't
what
know
they
the
call it.
letters. It's whatever. Like I said, it don't matter to me. I graduated from Gallatin, but it still don't matter to me. But they got their crew together and they launched their podcast a couple weeks ago, and they're still trying to figure out a name for it and everything.
Right.
I mean,
And the thing about this wasn't done to hurt anybody. The bottom line is we struggled mightily. The truth of the matter is, Kyle and I, when we did basketball 2 seasons ago, we showed it to Beast Rob, and the equipment wasn't working. On the fly, we had to start using our cell phone.
Yeah.
And figure out how to make that work. And then we figured out how to use a laptop, which was donated by the high school, and make all the. So we've been struggling for a couple of years just to get out to the people.
Yeah.
So it was presented last year to me about, do you want to do this? And it wasn't because I was mad at anybody. It was because the station camp game, I mean, a lot of people got on to me. Why me? I don't know, because I have nothing to do with the studio or what happens there. I was the lowest person on the totem pole, but I got totally reamed. And since that was still resonating with me, we didn't get on the air to halftime.
Yeah.
Andy, when we got on for every few seconds, was asking me a question. I'm on the floor trying to tell them how to do things. And then finally, like a week late, and it was a week later, we were in Nolensville.
Yeah.
A couple people came up to me and said, "Would you do this?" And I thought for a second, I go, "Yeah, let's go for it."
Well, we had talked about it.
Yeah, and
We had talked about it. We threw it around for a whole year.
Yeah,
and you're
about
like,
on
you're
show.
like, yeah, on this show, and you're
Right.
like, dude, just tell me, we'll go.
Yeah, but then they were
And
coming
finally-
to me about broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, the sports broadcast, and the station camp was still resonating with me, getting so many people mad at me, which I had nothing to do with. I said, yeah, let's just do it. It's not rocket science.
But it's just funny to sit back to see that it started with this show. It was 4 years ago. I've got some Facebook memories that came around with me and Kyle. I still got the caricature that me and Kyle tried to make, and Kyle didn't like, and so we never did use it. I don't think we did have a sign. We did have a
I
sign
remember
made,
the
didn't
one
we?
he sent us, and I'm like, do it again. And every
Yeah.
time I was even worse. I go, I don't like this stuff. Well, Donna's the one that goes, yeah,
that
no.
was
me.
the
So, I've gotten better with my AI stuff, man. I got better with my AI stuff.
But I think the first key was, Kyle does a fantastic job in basketball. So we had audio no matter what last year. But then I think pulling into the video during middle school football was our first video quote game
Okay.
that we had. It's not near the quality Brandon does, obviously. But I think last night, when I got home last night, it was late, but I turned it on TV.
I did too.
And me and my wife ate pizza, and we watched it, and we were like, it's
I
pretty
could be-
decent.
I
As
could-
long
I
as you
got-
get
I'm
over
gonna-
my type of voice mistakes, it's all good,
I was so glad hearing Alex sit there. Not glad Alex had an issue with McDonald's. I was like, well, I'm going to get home. Andy's going to drop me off. I'm just going to get my truck, and I'm going to go get me something to eat. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go ahead and make me some popcorn. And I did. And I went upstairs to my big screen TV, sat down. And I was like, well, I'm going to start watching. And I started watching on my phone. I was like, what am I doing? And I turned my phone off, and I sat there and put it on my big TV, and I watched it. I sat there and watched the whole broadcast again. And I do the same thing you do. I'll listen to how I talk, what I say.
I just critique it. It
Yes.
is what it is. You should critique it because it's just, and you can always tell when I'm doing the board more than I am paying attention because I say, a lot. And Kyle finally got me out of that 3 years ago, not to have those little, if you have a pause, it's fine, but don't say anything between the pause. Just
Wow,
leave
man.
it a quiet pause.
He's tough, ain't he?
I'm just kidding with him, but he's never been mean to me ever. But
Well, there you go.
it is.
Well,
what
that's
it is.
okay. At least you. When I first started out, everybody was afraid I was going to sit there and say some words that.
Well,
shouldn't-
I haven't. Remember,
So-
Kyle, that conversation. Somebody
Yeah.
mentioned
They
somebody
said-
there helping you, and
they
you go,
said
"Yeah."
what?
And it says, "Has he said anything?" And you're going, "Well, yeah, that's kind of what he's supposed to do is talk."
I remember that.
That's my baseball self.
Well,
all right?
I didn't
Yeah.
know you that that
Right.
well at that time.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
my
it was
baseball
like,
self.
have
I'm
you
not
heard him talk?
I'm not
Yeah.
apologizing to anybody about it. It is what it is.
But it's just
That was
funny that we took an idea. Me and Coach Combs had at one of the football games we was coaching at, and said, "Hey, it'd be nice to have a podcast to do to where we just do Portland stuff." And it's laid there for about 2 years, and then finally Kyle talked into it, and we said, "Well, let's go to a certain someone and present it to him," and he said, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." And I think it was 2 weeks later, we took off.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks later we took off, and we was having 3 guests at a time on a 2-hour show, and you know, but
The
But
Gerald,
just along-
the Gerald Turner thing was the big thing.
that was like our 4th show
Yeah,
of
yeah.
ever, and we came out here and did the Gerald Turner show, and had a great turnout right there, and I think that's what sparked everything.
But as far as the broadcast thing, that's all cool. Donna Sadler, thank you for all your help. You've been huge, and the quarterback club. Couldn't have done it. I mean, I wouldn't have done it with that because I wasn't going to write. I wasn't going to pay for what we had to pay out of my pocket. I didn't have that kind of money to going around. So it was an investment that the community made in us, and I appreciate that.
And the high school made it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, they came
Dr. Woods came to us
Yeah,
and said, "Hey, you know that
once
we're
all
thinking-"
that little was figured out and where everything was going to come together, then the first step was making sure that we were the flagship of the high school, and that was critical for the process. And he had no problem with it at all. So that was cool too. But there's a lot of people who helped out outside the PSN group that I appreciate them helping out and being behind us.
Well, all right, guys. If that's it, if that's all you got for Off the Rails, Coach.
I can go all day long off the rails, but no, I got to get over and work at the baseball field. I hate to take too much time there.
But again, we appreciate Will Cottle and Alex Neiswanger and Liam Lentz coming in today, talking about last night. Great win last night. Great game. If you hadn't heard, Portland won 28-21 over White House. If you hadn't seen it, go to our YouTube channel on Portland Sports Network. You can watch it there. Audio, video, it's all there. You know, you don't have to wait till Monday or Tuesday for cable channel 3 or whatever it was at the time. You now can go to YouTube and go to our channel, and it'll be, you know, you can watch it there. And the cool thing is, you know, my thing as a coach, I used to, after the game, I would sit there, and on the way home, if it was an away game or a home game, I'd go home, and within a couple minutes, we'd have film up on Huddle. And I would listen to y'all broadcast the last 3-4 years, listen to the broadcast, and watch film, and to listen to what y'all had to say, and your viewpoints and everything. And that's kind of what I did last night. But it's, you know, it's great that we can do the show, and within seconds that we're done and we signed off, you go right back to it and watch it. And, you know, if you missed it or whatever. So, but it was great to have the camera on there. Nothing but great, you know, reviews that we've had, people shouting out things, you know, giving us text personally or on YouTube and everything. So,
And one last thing, if you want to advertise for this show on Saturday, only do so. Get a hold of Donna at Quarterback Club or myself. You can own the show. We can call it your name if you, whatever the part of the structure is. If you want it to be blah blah blah, Off the Rails or blah blah blah, Portland Sports Saturday. If you pay the price, it's yours. Well, every time it'll be on the screen where it says Off the Rail, well, your name will be on there too. That's part of the package. But probably in another week and a half, we're going to start sending that out to the businesses. We didn't want to inundate them with, because they're two different packages, and we just didn't want to get them all confused. So they're coming out separately, but that one's coming out. But if you already know you want to be on it and want to do it, get a hold of us really quick, because first
if you don't want to own it, but you want a commercial,
Yeah,
we'll do commercials. I mean, the reason we don't do commercials now is because we don't have to. And we, you know, a lot of times you get these kids start talking and everything, you just don't want to stop with them and everything. So that's why we don't have commercials now. But
yeah, next week I'll put the package on here for the Sports Saturday. And we're, like I said, we're getting that in the community to do 3 commercials on our show every week is $100, which is really
for a Saturday show.
For a Saturday show. If you want to do 1 commercial per show, it's $50. So it's kind of almost a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, part of this pricing has a host show just being the exclusive title sponsor, which we still will do other people's commercials and the exclusive title commercials, but it'll be like the McDonald's coaches show kind of thing. It'll be whoever that business is, Portland Sports Saturday show.
Yep.
So that's available now. We're gonna email it out, like I said, in another week and a half or so. But if you want to do it now, it's available.
Get ahead of the game.
And it'll be first come, first serve on everything because we can only do so many ads, and we can only do, we can only have one exclusive title of it. So whoever wants that, just get a hold of Donna or myself.
And you get it you got a time limit for that? They have that, or
It's a year.
okay?
We'll lock it into a year on pricing. So, and probably if you do the exclusive title, we're going to work in at least a commercial or two during the sporting events too. I think that's not on here, but I just made that decision. If you're exclusive, if you're an exclusive Saturday show,
Look at that! You jump in now.
owner.
You can get him to make all kinds of rules before we
Well,
actually
I
get
mean,
rules.
but just right now, we're telling you that's normally just to be this. But I will tell you that we'll work two commercials, one for sure, two maybe if you don't mind before and after, not have to be during the prime. But we'll get you one prime in the middle of the broadcast commercial, and maybe two if you don't mind it before or after the game kind of stuff.
Pre-game, post-game.
Yeah, that's the
commercial.
early bird special right there.
Early bird.
And you'll get a 1% discount at Graphic Obsessions for that year as well.
1%.
Yeah.
You got that? You got that approved by Donna?
Yeah, Donna will go with that. I'm pretty sure. But we'll get that out to the community. But if you want to jump on it, just holler at her and me because we both have price and we'll get it straightened out. She might not know about the ad, but I just promise you, since I do the ad things, I'll get them in there for you.
Since you're the one making them,
Because I'm the one making them. Just go ahead.
We make that choice right now.
And the ads too, and we'll talk about it again. But what we do is there's a gentleman in town that, like Donna's, she does right now voice only, and then we put the picture up. But Farmers Bank has some really nice commercials. I mean,
They did. I was watching it last
TV
night.
type
Yeah.
of commercials, 30-second ads. So whatever way you want to get it, and we don't create those. The voice part for sure. If you do voice only, I'll create. If you give me your screen logo, whatever you want, I create that. And then add the voice to it.
We can get the person who
Right,
helped
but
Farmers
if-
Bank do
Right,
theirs.
and Farmers Bank will surely tell you who did theirs because
Right.
they want to keep people in business.
Oh yeah.
So, and there's a lot of people that can create their own, as long as they're tastefully done, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, now's the
I'm
time.
just trying to think of a business that would not be tastefully done.
Well,
but-
you just never know. But anyway, now's the chance to get that early bird special if you want it. The way it
Early
went last
bird
night, you
special.
better jump on because the community is really pumped up about it.
Yes, I think it took everybody to see, and once they see it, I think it. Yeah, I think within the next week or two, it's going to be, a lot. You and Donna will be getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails. I think.
I
So,
agree.
but guys, we appreciate you coming in. Appreciate the senior football players coming in again today. I'm trying to get last week's show uploaded. I've tried 4 times so far. Still can't get it uploaded. I don't know what's going on there. So hopefully if I get this one uploaded, I'll work on the other one. Again, just things that we're trying to learn and trying to get better. And some of it could be our equipment. So it could be something else. It could be being dumb about electronics, I guess. Who knows? So maybe we need to hire an IT guy to help us just to run the board and do all that stuff.
We don't have the budget for it. I'm just trying to make sure I can give you $25 on road game. I'm trying to do
$25.
every game, but a road game for sure. But I think I got that covered. You and Nene got a check coming now.
Wow, we got a check.
You got a
and I had a
check.
check and for doing broadcasting in this be 8 years now. So count the 7 I did before and no.
You and Andy got one coming from last night, I promise. Of course, we're going to do it monthly if that's okay with you.
Oh gosh.
Um,
Yeah.
But if
I
you're
got to sign
in
my
need,
contract. I got to let my lawyer look at my contract.
All right. But it's a done deal, I promise.
But anyway, guys, we appreciate Panther Nation for joining us today. Y'all go have a great day today. Be safe. And as always, Portland Sports Network is your home for Panther athletics. Always watch YouTube, Portland Sports Network, for anything going on with Portland. And as always, go Panthers.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.